Did somebody in your family pass and leave their home to one of their children who might be under the age of 18 and you have no clue where to go? I'm Casey with Oak Realty, and I'm here to tell you it's a little easier than you think, but also harder than you think. So if somebody passed and left the home to a minor child, the next step for you, after of course going through probate, is you need to get that minor child to either have a guardian ad litem and to take a lawyer and get that lawyer to make sure that somebody can sign for them. It's a process that you go through at court where everybody shows up to court, including the parents or the guardian at the time. So if the child's living with an aunt or an uncle, whoever is basically their guardian goes there, and the court will either assign the lawyer to be the signer for the child or the parents to be the signer for the child. And then you can actually close on the house. That's not the last step though. You'd think, oh, we close on the house, we get the money, life is good. They're not gonna let you take that money as their guardian at the moment. There's a couple different ways that this can go. You can either set up a trust and work with the lawyer to get that trust set up where the money goes into that trust, and that trust becomes available at a certain age, or at a certain age the child starts getting payments out of that trust. Whatever it is, you want to set up that trust and you and the lawyer come to an agreement over that the court okays. The biggest piece is the court has to okay this, and the court that you go to is the court that the house is in. So say you live in New York and the house is here in Chesterfield, you have to be at the Chesterfield court to be able to do this. The other option is the court can actually, so the county can actually hold that money until the child's 18. And the court will hand over the check when the child turns 18 because they're no longer a minor, they are now an adult. So that is option number 2. And then option number 3 is to do basically whatever the court says to do, because there are other ways that it can be handled, but it will never actually come to you as the guardian unless the court deems it so. And I've, in my experience, never seen that happen. It usually goes into a trust or the court holds it. So after that, then the money goes to where it needs to be, and then you just wait until the child turns 18 and they'll be able to get the money however that is set up. But that's the way, if a child gets handed a house or a child has part ownership, is usually what happens. You know, a parent passes and the child ends up with ownership of the house. That is how to actually be able to sell the house. The dad, mom, guardian, whoever it is, cannot just sign that house for them. It does not work that way. It will not be a legal sale, and the house will not actually get sold. A good attorney and a good lawyer won't let that happen. So just be prepared, or start the process really early. If you see that you have this coming or this has happened, when you start probate, start this process at the same time, and then you'll be able to sell the house quick and easy, and it won't be stopped. If you come to us as agents and you get a good agent that has done this before, that understands this, this is what they're going to tell you to do before we even go ahead and put it on the market or put it under contract with whoever we're going to sell it to. And that way that the sale doesn't get held up, because the court systems, they don't work on our timeline, they work on their timeline. So the majority of the time you can get the lawyer and it's not until a month later that you're actually going to court. In one case, I had a house that was under contract for 9 months before we closed because of this. In another case, I had a house under contract for 3 months because of this. Both of those cases, we were ready to close in 30 days. We wanted to close in 30 days, but the court said no. So just know that this is what we're going to advise you to do. Even if you start talking to us way in advance and you're not ready to sell this house, but you know that they are a person that does have ownership of this house, we are going to tell you to start this process. It's pretty simple. We have lawyers here at Oak Realty that we know do a great job with this. They have connections to guardian ad litems. Those are basically people that represent your child in a court of law and will help your child get the best thing for them. And so you pay both of those people. Sometimes you can pay them out of the proceeds of the house. Sometimes you pay them out of your pocket. It really depends on how you set it up with the lawyers. So there's lots of ways to get this done. But if you're coming up against this, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us a smoke signal. We would love to help you, walk you through this and make it super smooth and simple so you're not feeling your way through the dark like a lot of people are. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'd love to talk to you later.